Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. My name is Lilian Uja for those who don't know me. If you're new here, please don't make this your last. Please stay around. There are a lot of useful information you'll be getting from my channel going forward. I promise you will love it here. And for my subscribers, guys, thank you so much for all the love, all the support. I'm so grateful. Thank you. So today I want to talk to you about share something very big, something new, recent that had just been launched. There are six changes that have been made to the immigration program by the Minister of Immigration, Sean Fraser. But if this is something you want to hear about, then please stay tuned. On the 27th of June 2023, during the coalition event, the Immigration Minister, Sean Fraser, announced new changes to some of the immigration programs that are already in place. Okay, so, for that program, it was a lot of changes he mentioned, but for me particularly, four were very outstanding, and I'll be sharing the four with you today. The first one he mentioned, now, all of these immigration programs he talked about were majorly focused on those in the STEM industry. Now, by the way, STEM means for those who are, who those in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematical background, or maybe you're in that industry already. So, these immigration changes were actually focused around people in these industries. So I'll be taking them one after the other, but I'm going to be focusing on just four that were outstanding to me or made so much sense to me. Now, the first one is permanent resident programs that is focused majorly on those in the STEM industry. I already told you that the STEM means those in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematical background. Now, this particular program was announced or launched to, focus on people with this background. So maybe if you have this background or you're already working in this industry, okay, this is your chance to apply or be in the pool, have an active profile so that because you can be picked. Now, focus is going to be given to people in this industry in this period of time. So it means that they might not really look at your score to pick. If they need you per province, they might have to pick you from the pool. So if you are in any of this, industry I just mentioned, you might want to go and update your records, in the pool and make sure you have an active profile. The second people he mentioned are people with startup visa. Those are people who want to come into Canada to establish some sort of business. Okay, this program is already there, but he made some upgrade to it. He mentioned that usually the number of quota that is allowed for startup visas in Canada every year used to be 1,000 people, 1,000 visas, per year. But right now he has increased it to 3,500 visas per year. And one of the things he mentioned in this category that excited me the most was the fact that he mentioned that this time around, you can actually get a visa if you are in the queue already, right? If you have applied for this visa and you're still waiting for your application to be approved, because usually the application process takes a long time. So now, instead of just waiting for your application to be approved, you can actually apply to come into the country on a work permit if you're already in the queue, and you'll be given a work permit of 3 years with your family, guys. This is outstanding, right? You'll be given a work permit of 3 years with your family. It means that your spouse can also get an open work permit. And if your children are eligible to work in Canada, or if they are of working age in Canada, they can also get an open work permit to work for any employer here in Canada. So while you are waiting for your startup visa to be approved, you also have a chance to be in Canada and look for a job, guys. It is using one stone to kill two birds. Guys, if you're watching this video till this time, please make sure you drop a like, click on the like button to, help this video get to more people so that they can take advantage of this information. And also, please don't forget to, drop a comment. Is there any information or video you want me to share about, you can actually drop that video topic on the description box and I'll make sure or try my best to do a video around it. Now, the third one he talked about was the digital nomad program. Now, the digital nomad program is like a strategy the Canadian government is using to target people who are top skilled, highly skilled professionals who already have good jobs abroad, any other place aside from Canada. So if you are a highly skilled professional who already has a good job anywhere in the world, but you want to come to Canada, you like Canada, you can actually apply for the digital nomad visa and come into Canada as a visitor, guys. You can come into Canada as a visitor. While you're in Canada, you're allowed to stay for 6 months. And while you are here, if you choose peradventure to apply for any kind of job in Canada and you're able to get one, you can actually upgrade your visa to a work permit and stay in Canada, guys. So it means that while you are working for your employer, current employer, while you're in Canada on a visit, you can apply to other employers here under the digital nomad program, and you will get, if you get an employer, you can transition to a work permit and remain in Canada. That's exciting and that's interesting. You know, one thing about the Canadian government, they are very strategic. Like they always take record of trends. You know, they look at trends in a lot of big countries and all of that. They look at trends, they look at the guy, what is missing, and they come in to fill that gap. That is one thing I've noticed about the immigration, the current immigration minister in Canada. The guy is pro-immigration. He's doing everything he can to ensure that good people or good people with great talents come into Canada. Now, the fourth one that interests me the most are for people who have the H-1B visa. The H-1B visa are visas owned by people who are skilled workers in the US, in the United States of America. It is no longer news that people who have the H-1B visa have been finding it very difficult to get the green card. We have seen people who have stayed in the US for 15 years, 10 years, 12 years, and counting, and still do not know where they stand with their immigration status. A lot of them find it very difficult to transition, and especially those in the highly skilled professionals. Yes, they make good monies. We know that in America, if you're in the tech, you earn much more than when you're in Canada. We know that. But then, what do you stand to gain if you make so much money and you're not able, your immigration status is not guaranteed? Okay, so a lot of people are worried. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are stuck. You know, so and there's some people who probably went to schools in universities in the US. They're into the US as students with the F1 visa. Okay, and they are now graduates. They've migrated to the OPT visa. Okay, but we know that they might not get the green card, or it might be very difficult for them, or it will take a long time for them to get the green card. Now, the immigration minister or the government of Canada have been watching. They've seen this trend. They've seen people frustrated. They've seen highly skilled people get tired, get stuck after spending so much of their life in the US, and they cannot go back to their country for whatever, maybe for fear of not getting a better job than what they have. And they've seen that there's a gap and they decided to fill in this gap. Guys, that's why I say that the current immigration minister is pro-immigration. He watches to see what gap exists and he fills it up. No, these people are targeting to get in the highly skilled people, the most talented people in the world into Canada, guys. This is the best strategy. It's called strategic positioning. Okay, so guys, if you're in this category, you now have a chance to apply, to Canada, to apply for a visa. You don't even need to have a job, a work permit. You don't need to have a job offer. You don't need to have an LMIA to be able to come to Canada. All you need to do is apply. So if you apply for the visa, you will only be processed, your file will be processed for just 2 weeks and you'll be able to come into Canada. So if you're in this category, here is your chance. Apply for this visa. It's going to start up on the 16th of July 2023. So get your documents ready, get your papers ready, so that when it is 16th of July, you are applying. Remember, he mentioned also that there will only be 10,000 slots, 10,000 quota for this year for this particular category of people. So you don't want to take any chances. If you have stock, your H-1B visa is about to expire, or you have an F1 visa or an OPT visa, and you are worried, take this chance before a lot of people get into it. Take this chance, 16th of July, apply for this visa. You get a work permit to come to Canada and stay and get a job. Guys, this is outstanding. It is interesting. In fact, we should give an accolade to the Minister of Immigration. He did a good one here, guys. So because there is really no point staying in the country, you're earning so much money and you are not sure of your immigration status. It doesn't make sense to me. So this is your chance, guys. If you know you are not in any of these categories, but you have family or friends who might be in any of these categories I just mentioned, share my video with them and let them watch this video so that they can get all the information. Thank you guys once again for staying till this time. I'll see you on the next one. Be good.